This is a instructional video on how we would like for everybody to do their announcements in the schools. For the past couple of days, we've had a lot of tickets come in that schools cannot see other schools' announcements, and that some people was wanting an easier way to view the announcements and to actually type up the announcements so that everybody in their school and everybody in the entire district can see the announcements. Such as we had some cases where maybe even a teacher such as at the high school has a student at the middle school and was wanting to view the announcements at the middle school. Using the old email system, it was very easy for everybody to do this just by going through the different folders, clicking on the school's folder, and pulling up the announcements. With Google Docs, we have now created a way where we can simulate that and make it just as easy as the way it was before. If you noticed, I have emailed everybody from an account called Share MCS or share@mcsed.net, and you should have received an email saying announcements. This is the Google Doc folder that is shared to everybody in the district, and in this folder you will see multiple folders for each individual school. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and click on the announcements link down here, and it is going to pull up the announcements folder. This is what everybody will see when they go to the link, and they don't have to. And once they click on that link for the first time, that's not how they have to go to the link or to the announcements folders from then on out. But they must click on the link for at least one time. You will then be able to go to announcements. If you go to your Google Drive as well, I'll show you where it's at two different places, and you will go to Shared with Me. You can go to All Items, and you should be able to see that folder called Announcements, and such as this right here. And what you'll need to do is, to make it very easy to get to, is to click and hold and drag to your My Drive. Once you do that, you'll be able to see that there is an announcements folder there. And underneath that announcements folder, you're going to see all the schools. And just so everybody has an understanding, we have gave rights to certain people to put Google documents into these certain folders, which we are assuming in this case is going to be announcements. Such as Central High has already put an announcement in there, so we'll go ahead and click on Central High, and you'll see they created a document called Announcements, and then when you click on that, the announcement will pop up, and this is visible from anybody in the entire school district. So if you have not done your announcement yet inside one of your folders here, it is very easy to do. Once your announcement folder is in your drive, if you click on your school, I'm going to use Central Elementary as an example, you can say create a document, and just click on create and share. And in case you haven't worked with Google Docs yet, Google Docs is an online web browser word processor that looks very similar to Word 2003 and has all the same functionalities as any of the other Word Microsoft programs. There is a few differences. Just to give you a quick tutorial on that, is that when you type, you will see at the top, it is constantly saving every time that I type, and it says all changes saved. And usually you would hit File, Save to save and name the document. Well, with Google Docs, because it's saving all the time, there is no save option. But in order to rename the document, you click on the untitled document right here. I'm just going to call this test doc 96. And you can call it announcements, or the announcements and then the date, or whatever else you need to put in there. Is no issue. And there is our test document 96. You do not, if you have been using Google Docs before, you may have been hitting the share button and share it to your group, such as ces@mcsed.net or chs@mcsed.net. You don't have to do that anymore, because the way that we have gave the permissions is the announcements folder everybody can see. And so every folder underneath that everybody can see. So you don't have to actually send out a share link anymore. Once you save it to that folder, everybody can see it. Just like how the old announcements folder was in your old email. And once again, if you're not familiar with Google Docs, there's this back button here, which will take you back to your Google Drive. And we're going to go back to announcements, CES, and there's the test document that we created just a second ago. And everybody inside the district will be able to see that folder of your announcements. If anyone has any questions on how to do this even further, they feel more than welcome to contact anybody at the technology department or Judy Cross, and we can explain more. But anything you put into these folders, everybody in the district will see, and this will be a great benefit to everybody in the school. Thanks again. If y'all have any questions, just let us know.